A highway wanders through the desert. A tumbleweed drifts past a dusty dive bar. A coyote shrieks out to no one in particular. Someone's bleeding out in a bathroom stall. The stars tonight are bright, but not nearly bright enough. This place does not exist, and yet, here you are. Welcome to San Arroyo, kindred. We here at Dubious Creatures present to you the vampire with no name. You're all stood outside now. Newcomer, maybe about 50 feet away from you. And just a silhouette of a woman on a dirt bike, glowing red eyes, uncomfortably evoking not too dissimilar creature. For a moment, nobody says anything. And then you hear the sound of a kickstand being flipped into place. As you see the figure's silhouette take something bulky off the back of their bike and start walking towards you. They throw it at your feet. Large army surplus duffel bag. You hear her say, "You lost something."
Gonna take a look at the bag.
Crowe in there?
You unzip it and... Crowe, how would you say you're doing right now?
Not great, I guess. It's just feels like very loud conflict in my head. Not great.
So you see Crowe's supine form, not staked, not bound, but not really with you either. And she looks a frightful mess. Dreaded hair, unbound and full of dirt and grit and feathers.
Are you okay, Crowe?
Yeah, I guess.
Offers a hand to help her out of the bag.
Do I remember how I got in this situation?
Not really. In fact, everything post the ceremony, it's a bit of a blur. You can give me an intelligence plus resolve check if you like.
3 successes.
You keep flashing back to that moment. Sebastian pointing a gun at Cass's head. "I'll get you a new one." That phrase keeps echoing inside of your skull.
I feel like Crowe is very quiet. Body language is a lot of, she's very held into herself. Embarrassed, shame, but a lot of confusion. Because she keeps replaying that moment, and sometimes it's like she understands what he meant and knows that he wouldn't have done it unless he absolutely had to. And then another moment of anger and disgust. But it just keeps wavering back and forth, and a lot of that's just kind of on her body language as she kind of just stands there, like not really sure what to do with herself or anything.
Having stepped a little further towards you, you can see this woman, Sarah, a bit more clearly. Tall, very rangy, lean woman. Dusky skin, very sharp features. Not necessarily traditionally attractive, but at the same time, very striking. Dressed in essentially looks like just outdoor gear. Hiking boots, functional pants, and a sleeveless top. A lot of pockets. Her expression is... well, she definitely doesn't seem happy to see any of you.
Thank you.
Didn't do it for you. Did it for the crowd of 24 people who she probably would have run straight into. Suppose there's a certain irony.
Yeah, I guess.
Ansel starts. Sarah, I realize. Oh, shut the fuck up.
Respect this one.
I don't care what version of the truth you are following here. Right now, I'm more concerned with whatever these 5 have to do with it.
Yeah, we were in the wrong place, the wrong time, and then people who are so much older than us has decided that it was our problem for a little bit, and now they're going back and forth on it.
And then we got dispatched with going to find things, and thus we are here.
The MacGuffin hunt.
Say that, you can see just like a collection of bracelets, both wrists, and right, you can see this bit of weathered cord that appears to be attached to what looks almost like a silver medallion that she just, when you say that, she almost instinctually begins to fidget with on her opposite wrist. So, just to be clear, you dragged me all the way back here to ask for this.
Ask for an item that was important. If we have 5 items, we can make it so that he's easier to deal with.
Bold of you to assume that I want to be part of anything to do with that.
He is, unfortunately, a threat to a lot of people right now.
So why are you actually doing it?
So honestly, at this point, is to save our skin. I want to see the next sunset and eventually leave this fucking town behind.
So just so I'm on the same page here, your entire motivation in a nutshell is collect the MacGuffins, kill my sire, then drive on out of here and let the rest of us deal with the wreckage. That about sum it up?
Some of us live here, and all of us were in the warehouse that night at the party. And so we've been dragged into this. And personally, as somebody who has lived here my entire unfortunate life nearly, I do kind of want to try to make this place at least a little safer.
Ash, give me a manipulation or charisma plus persuasion.
3 successes. I'm going to pop a will for see what I can get. And of course, it doesn't do anything. So 3 successes.
3 successes. All right. Well, you don't know this Sarah Whitebird from Adam, but you get the feeling that she's not the sort of person to waste anyone's time. If she didn't want to engage with this situation, she just wouldn't have shown up. And you grew up in a household where you could cut the tension with a knife on any given day. You know a thing or two about things left unsaid, and there is a whole lot of that hanging between her and Anselm, who, to his credit, has not spoken up since getting so vigorously shut down. Her posture becomes maybe an increment less hostile. And she looks at you. You remind me of somebody who really pisses me off.
If you say I have his eyes, I'm going to be very annoyed, but also probably laugh.
She cocks her head at that. No.
Yeah.
They gave some... Wow. They actually did it.
I feel like there is a consistent joke that's in, like, North Sentinelese that every kindred knows about this that I don't. Who is they?
It's only it. I just say your family's been off limits for a while. On account of, some bullshit I'm assuming your granddaddy got up to with a former member of, his social club, she says, gesturing to Anselm.
I hadn't known that, so even that information is appreciated. Thank you. And Ash will then extend a hand and say, Ash Crawford, Clan Von True.
She looks at the offered hand for a second, then shrugs, grabs it, says, Sarah Whitebird, Clan Gangrel, or what's left of it.
Having what's left of it, you'll have to excuse it. For us five, we are woefully underinformed.
Yeah, I got that impression. Because if you were informed, then you probably wouldn't have fallen for Ambella Castillo's particular brand of bullshit.
Want anything to do with her?
So yeah.
She was a
Yeah.
little high on her own supply, in my opinion.
That's a very polite way of putting it. But you five were still in the middle of what happened at the switchyard, which, apart from being one of the worst bloodbaths this city's had since the 80s, also, well, you nearly started a war.
Wow.
Now, I'm told by Freddy and Ambella that the crisis is seemingly averted. However, the price for that particular piece appears to be my sire's head on a platter, so forgive me if I'm feeling a little undiplomatic at the moment.
I understand. That's, there were some things that we were maybe not quite as aware of, and we were working on bad information.
I look over at Anselm at that.
Glance at Anselm.
Yeah. Yeah, everybody's looking at him right now, I think. How bad is it?
How bad is what?
She doesn't say that to the five of you. She says that to Anselm, who responds, Langford openly declared a blood hunt. So pretty bad. Shit. That means it's open season. And this ritual that he mentioned, it's supposed to what exactly?
Bypass his significant defenses.
Yeah, he was always a tough old bastard. Shit. Fuck. She paces a bit, still fidgeting with that medallion on her wrist. I mean, it's a bit of a catch-22, isn't it? I mean, we know at this point that his mind's gone, but still. Shit.
Is there something here beyond what's... Listen, I know that he's very dear to both of you, but how much of him is reasonably left here? Do you think you could bring some of him back, or I
don't know. Your geriatric friend there was the one hanging out with the Gnostics. They promised to bring him back the way they brought back Arlene. All that good old religion, praise the Dark Father stuff.
Yeah, cult shit.
She says it in such a way that you're pretty sure the sarcasm isn't so much implied as it is seething.
I nod.
Let me ask you something. You had somebody you loved. I mean, like, really loved to the point where you could do and say just so much shit you wish you could take back in the moment and still somehow care for that person.
Yes.
Yes.
So what would you do where you got no choice but to put him down?
I probably be doing the exact same thing you are.
If they loved you back, they wouldn't put you in a position where you would have to put them down.
Yeah, well, if wishes were horses. Fuck.
It's either we're the ones to deal with him or somebody else does, and who the fuck knows what they'll do to him.
I got a pretty good idea. You guys at least been filled in on what diablerie is?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, vaguely, yeah.
Nope. Didn't get that lesson.
There's a reason why we don't feed off each other. He's old and he's potent, and normally that shit's verboten, but if...
Yeah. They can, someone eat him, seal his powers. I think we all of us here just, if anything, just want to give him a chance to let go.
With a little bit of dignity and respect.
Because with how much this guy, Point Over to Ansem, has been working the past couple of days, if there was a way to bring him back, I'm pretty sure he would have found it by now.
Some doesn't say anything, but he just looks at Sarah. And in that moment, there's something that passes between them. Fine. Fucking fine. She tears the medallion off her wrist and hands it to whoever's closest to her.
Aster will take it.
Aster.
Mm-hmm.
The moment your fingers touch the metal, you're someplace else.
And where am I?
You think you're in a bar?
Oh, that's weird.
You're not sure where exactly. There's music and there's laughter and There are other people here.
Like a more modern bar or like an old-timey bar? What kind of bar?
Well, the kind that clearly has access to television. You can see this old TV overhead that appears to be showing some kind of news report, but film quality is very grainy. Definitely not something from this decade. And you realize with the start, are not you in this moment.
I've had enough weird dreams and I've heard the stories from the other artifacts, so we're ready-ish.
You see from Asav's perspective, see Sarah and Anselm and a few other people who you don't recognize. There's an atmosphere of this place that's very party-like almost. You hear the clinking of glasses, the buzz of background conversation, the slightly crackly sound of a jukebox somewhere belting out some kind of pop radio hit that's just barely outside your range of hearing.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe Masav wasn't paying attention, or maybe he wasn't focused on that this moment. You see Sarah, who's sat directly next to you, burst out laughing and say, "Oh, goddamn, next time just, I don't know, send me a postcard or something? I mean, you're tough, old man, but you're not that tough." Your Anselm from the seat directly behind her say, "I have been trying to get that lesson across to him for the better part of 50 years. I doubt our glorious sheriff will heed it now." You feel yourself chuckle. You feel wary, but also strangely satisfied. Something's been accomplished. You're not sure what exactly, but whatever it is, it fills you with a sense of completeness. A job well done. At least, a situation currently not spiraling out of control.
Always good. It's always worth celebrating.
You hear yourself growl, "I suppose you'll be heading back to LA. Well, yeah, it's not like your buddy Jethro's made this place any friendlier to anarchs since I've been gone. Still, let me know next time you need a shovelhead exterminator. That was honestly about the best I felt about doing anything for a while." Before you go, then, you feel something unclasp from around your wrist. You see, sliding across the bar, it's that medallion. It's about the size of a silver dollar. Tarnished and old, slightly dented, that you can vaguely make out what looks like some kind of script around the rim, around these group of central figures, maybe soldiers, embossed on the metal. He slides it over to Sarah, and you hear Anselm kind of chuckle and say, "I believe the kind calls that regifting. I thought the whole reason you gave it to me was because you didn't want a reminder of the bad old days." Sarah picks it up and examines it. "Gee, you really shouldn't have. So, what bad old days we're talking about? And please don't launch into another lecture about how everything went wrong post the French Revolution or something." It's kinda no respect. You feel yourself chuckle again. and it's good to laugh. You don't think you've laughed in a while. Something Anselm gave to me. It's a reminder of where he came from. No. Want you to have it. I know it's not home here, but it's better than nothing. That line echoes in your skull as you snap back to the present moment.
Okay. Aster kind of like sits there for a moment, like, oh. And looks to Ansem and is like, you were really important to him. Feel like it's important for you to know that right now.
He doesn't. He is very purposefully not looking you in the eye.
Then Aster will look to Sarah. And
Sarah's got this very quizzical expression.
this has been happening with all the Masav artifacts to various members. Each one of us. It's happened. Maybe not you. Anyway.
Oh, good. For a moment, I thought I had actually lost my damn mind.
No.
Visions.
Visions, yeah. I've seen them now. Raleigh has seen them. Crowe has seen them.
Fucking Tremere bullshit.
You definitely should have sent that postcard. He was also glad that you were here.
Hey, listen, we just met, but I don't know you like that.
That's fair.
So you don't get to comment.
Memories. Who's Jethro? Or what's a Jethro?
Part of the original unholy trifecta. Ask Anselm.
She will poignantly look to Ansem.
There were 3 of us in the beginning, myself, Masav, and one Jethro Connolly. You might have heard of him. His name is on a lot of buildings here.
Have I heard of him?
He did visit his historical society.
Oh, right.
Sarah eventually pipes up. Well, great. If we're done strolling down memory lane, how do we do this exactly?
We've got, how many items now?
I think that's all of them.
Yeah, because they will have the thingy.
The
Yeah,
Reaper's Blade.
Reaper's
That
Blade.
thingy.
You know what? No, actually, I don't want to know.
We got to take these to the magical wizards and have them do a ritual.
Yeah, I know what Rafe's all about. I'm more concerned with, finding Masav. Because this is all kind of moot if we can't actually get to him before. Well, I assume Langford.
Yeah, I think he's down in the storm tunnels, I think. That's what we decided. That he's probably down there.
Yeah.
Lots of people. Lots of easy pickings.
Forget he wants to be the one who does it.
Langford.
Yeah.
Fuck that guy.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, agreed.
No argument here.
Well, the other thing we should do is prepare, because we'll make sure we're ready.
I guess maybe it has some else for us too, but I don't know. What's McLeod doing these days?
If you do, just leave our names out of it if you ever. Yeah, I may have lost my temper earlier tonight.
I may have set him on fire.
His face may be a little flatter than it was before.
I mean, who could tell?
Okay, is there any situation that you five have not stepped in?
No.
No.
I I'm pretty sure that there haven't been any like downtown's still standing, so we haven't at least actively contributed to the acceleration of urban decay.
She, by way of reply, whistles very sharply. And you see, picking themselves out of the shadows of the various bits of scrap and detritus in this junkyard, you see these beady little eyes reflecting what precious little light there is here in the yard back at you as these canine forms begin to lope out of the darkness. 2, 4, 8. An entire pack of coyotes, it looks like, that were just lying in wait this entire conversation. And you've all been in Southern California a while. You've seen coyotes before. They're a pretty common urban animal. These are big. Like, larger than they reasonably should be. Almost wolf-sized in some cases. See one of these coyotes, a big, gray-muzzled creature with one ear. It's a little bit damaged and shorn. Pads over to Sarah. She kneels down, kind of almost playfully, scratches its scruff. Come on, you know him, boy. You know where he's at. I need you and your brothers to go find him, okay? Okay. Almost immediately, the coyotes scatter. This particularly massive specimen being the last to depart, though giving all of you one last, almost slightly threatening look over the shoulder before departing.
I would like to follow suit.
You could try to summon Poe.
That would be my first point of order, would be getting Poe. Get your friends together and follow those coyotes.
Poe is your famulus, so it does not require a rouse check. Go ahead and give me either a manipulation or charisma plus animalism.
We roll failures as 5 successes.
5 successes. You hear a familiar cawing as suddenly, perched on the top of Anselm's little abode, you see a familiar mess of feathers as Poe flaps down towards you.
She's going to whisper to Poe, see if you can get some friends. Follow those coyotes.
Poe caws and lifts off again, soon becoming indistinguishable from the rest of the night sky. Sarah just watches this whole exchange with the slightest ghost of a smile. How many winters, little sister?
None. This is my first.
Huh. Well, either you pick up quickly or you had a good teacher.
You said earlier we don't drink from each other. Why?
Because it fucks with your head. You drink right from the vein. Creates dependency. Even in Towers circles, it's a bit of a faux pas. That's how fucked up it can end up being. Granted, there's a bit of a double standard. Everybody gets iffy if 2 licks start sharing vitae. In any context outside of a blood hunt. But, you know, humans are fair game as far as they're concerned, so long as they're properly fed and taken out on walks. You gotta love the Camarilla.
No, I don't.
I feel like Crowe, when that's said, just kind of immediately starts to process and shut down of like the realization of the fuck, this is not what I was made to believe it was.
Crowe, go ahead and give me a resolve plus intelligence roll.
And make it 6 successes, and I don't know if it would assist me or not, it being a critical, but I would like to use one of my zealotry dots.
6 successes is exactly what you needed. But you hear that, and you feel something clench in your gut. You feel like you're gonna vomit, even though you're not physically capable. Your head and your heart are telling you two very different things, and where they're meeting in the middle, it's beginning to tear. But in this exact moment in time, you don't know how long you have, but at least for right now, once again, just like before in that church, that son of a bitch, he did this to you. He tried to kill Cass. He's been feeding on Cass. Rather than inflict some sort of compulsion or penalty due to it being a messy critical, I would like for you to instead show me just how messy this gets.
I feel like Crowe doesn't even know. There's so much emotion and rage. She looks over at Ansem and says, whatever deal Sebastian has with Rafe, fuck that. Fuck his protection. Fuck whatever bullshit. I want him. And she looks up to Sarah and goes, are all of our sires this fucked up? Is that just what happens to us? I've heard us called the Clan of Beasts, but I didn't think that they literally meant that we were all just a bunch of fucking monsters.
Actually, puts a hand on your shoulder near where those feathers are still projecting out from under your clothes, from that patch of skin just above your breastbone. I think you and I had vastly different upbringings, little sister. I'm guessing whoever this Sebastian is, well, stereotypes exist for a reason. And this close to her, you see her eyes, they have the same reflective quality, the same tapidium lucidum as those coyotes. We should have a longer conversation, but right now there just isn't time.
Unfortunately.
You need to do, well, whatever it is this is that Rafe's got planned. And we, looks up at Anselm, we need to find him before Langford does, or anybody else who feels like trying their luck.
This feels like a weird question, but I'm just gonna throw it out into the ether. Does anyone have a sword I can borrow?
Anselm actually just kind of chuckles, says, one moment. He walks back into his little workshop. You hear the sound of like rustling, clanging bits of metal. Eventually comes back with you actually saw him with this not all that long ago. This massive Bowie knife in a rawhide sheath. I'm afraid that I don't have anything more sword-like at the moment, but this is arguably just as effective when it comes from separating meat from bone.
Hey,
should-
it's better than the prop sword that's in my trunk right now.
I should know. I made it. He hands it to you, hilt first.
Gingerly take it, and I feel the balance of it, the weight of it, and nod at him and say, I'll take good care of it.
He nods, then looks at Sarah and just motions him over. I don't suppose you have another form of transportation besides... Okay, you don't get to complain about riding coach after the night you put me through. Get on the damn bike. With that, you see her get onto the dirt bike and Ansel kind of awkwardly clamber onto the back, putting his arms around her for stabilization. And they begin to ride off.
Well, shall we go see the wizard?
Let's go.
Yay.
Follow the yellow brick road.
I feel like I'm gonna need a bigger car if we keep doing this.
Yeah, probably. I mean, gotta... Do we all want to go in one car? We can squeeze
Save
it.
gas.
Yeah.
Be better for the environment.
Take my car. It's a rental.
Okay. Aster's gonna head to the car.
we go.
Okay.
Yeah, let's go.
Not
around.
excited.
Driving around the edges of town, running into the heavier law enforcement presence in San Arroyo is unlikely, but not impossible. So, whoever is driving their respective vehicles, could you please give me a roll of either wits plus awareness or wits plus drive?
Wits plus awareness it is.
Promise one day Aster's gonna get a car that 3 drive. It's just sitting there doing nothing.
One success.
Thankfully,
Oh, thank God.
well, you do see red and blue flashing lights distantly as you take a long, circuitous route, trying to get to Miraloma without going too far into the city proper, skirting around the back streets, the old, derelict buildings, the peeling signposts, and weed and scrub choked lawns of the very, very outskirts where San Arroyo meets the desert. You are thankfully not stopped on your merry way.
So grateful.
Incredibly grateful.
So grateful.
Once again, at the regional airport, for a place that, well, seems so very derelict. You are patronizing it quite a lot recently. Once again, you all walk up to the familiar sealed hangar. Once again, you knock on the exterior, and once again, you're ushered in, though both the surroundings and the atmosphere in here are remarkably different. The only sources of light in here, as opposed to the large overhead lights, are a set of 5 lanterns that have been set up at equidistant points around this massive ritual circle, making the interior of this hangar seem almost cavernous. All of the tables full of strange artifacts and other archaeological items have been cleared away, so now, at the moment, only this strange ritual site is the only thing in this space. You see, in this immensely complicated, not quite hermetic sigil, 5 items the glass case containing the slightly cracked bottle of red Jimson weed elixir, the Colt, the journal, and a blade, the rough wooden handle, and a long curved edge that looks like it was crudely carved from some kind of bone or horn, have also been set in equidistant points within the periphery of this circle. And directly in the center is Rafe, sitting in a lotus position, hands on his knees, sleeves rolled up and shirt open to expose more of this strange pattern inked into his own skin, which bears a remarkable resemblance to the symbols on the floor around him. Directly in front of him sits a pewter bowl and a dagger with a black handle resting inside of it. His eyes are closed, and he appears to be muttering something under his breath. You can't quite make out, but that's, as you get closer, it's like the pressure in the room changes. The air feels heavy, and this feeling only gets stronger the closer and closer you get to that circle. Aster?
Mm-hmm.
Can you give me... I'll say, give me either an intelligence plus crafts or intelligence plus resolve check.
Oh, they're the same, so neat. That would be 2 successes.
Her eyes keep getting drawn to the bone dagger in the circle.
She will kind of walk on the outskirt of this circle to whatever line is joining with where the scythe is, and just sit mimicking Wraith, just kind of like crisscross applesauce, hands on knees.
Something about it just doesn't look right. You don't know how else to describe it. It doesn't look the same.
Like it's a fake.
Possibly, but to be perfectly honest, the only time you ever got a good look at the thing in your dreams is when it was being swung to decapitate you. Something doesn't sit right about that, but the moment you do sit down, Rafe's eyes snap open. He says, a slightly strained voice, I take it you have our final item?
Yes, we didn't want to interrupt.
There's nothing to interrupt. This is just precautions.
Cautions?
Please set the final item inside of the circle so we may begin. This will take no small amount of effort.
Aster kind of chews on her lip for a moment, kind of deciding if she should say something or not. Ultimately decided not to say anything, and puts the coin down, but we'll walk over to the rest of the group and tell them.
You do that, and he begins to stand up. Takes the bowl and the knife. He very, very carefully slits the opposite wrist, hovering over the bowl. And lo, you came upon him in the lands east of Eden, wandering the dust like a lesser beast. You warmed him, you fed him, and upon him endowed your lifeblood. His own blood begins to drip in a steady stream. A relatively shallow cut, giving off far much more blood than you think should be possible from such a minor injury, and it splatters into the bowl, yet incredibly, not a single drop of it spills over the rim. And so he partook and was awakened, but you were abandoned to the dust, as you are always abandoned. And then raises the bowl above his head, and the air around him is thrumming. We call upon you now, you who are the first woman in the Malka Hashidim, mother of monsters, Lamashtu, Lamia, Lila, Lilith. Slowly, carefully, he walks counterclockwise around the interior of the circle, anointing all 5 items with the now bubbling vitae collected within the pewter bowl. Each time he does, he pauses to incant once more. Malka Hashidim Kakbexra etme Shanitan. Malka Hashidim Kakbexra etme Shanitan. The blood splatters onto each of the items and completely coats it in a crimson film, and you watch as the book, the bottle, the gun, the dagger, the coin, they begin to melt, as though the blood is the most potent of acids, each one rendering down into a crimson sludge. He repeats phrase once for each item, and with each utterance, an overwhelming pressure seems to exert itself further and further throughout the room. You feel your teeth start to ache, your ears start to pop, your vision grows tinged with crimson. I need everybody to please give me a willpower check.
4 successes here.
Also 4 successes.
2 successes.
With the 1/3 humanity, that is 6 with a crit.
Okay, brag about it.
You are definitely hearing something in the midst of all this, but it is not music. It's cackling and roaring and screeching and something primeval, something even more ancient than whatever was dwelling down there in that not quite church. And it's here, and it's being brought forth by whatever it is Rafe is doing, and it is... You have never been more terrified in your life. But you somehow manage to keep from just bolting. Just on sheer animal instinct. Raleigh and Crowe, well, they don't hear the same things you do, also manage to keep themselves rooted here in the periphery of the ritual. Aster and Ash, on the other hand, nope. No. Whatever this is, neither of you want any part of it.
Mm-mm. Aster's a science-forward girly. This is totally out of her realm of expertise.
Goddamn Catholics.
So only the 3 of you are present as you see Rafe return to the center of the ritual circle, fangs visibly bared with effort, holding aloft the drinking bowl once more. Take back what was given. Take back what is yours. Just as the building energy feels like it's about to crush your skull like a vice, Rafe smashes the blood-coated bowl over his knee. Jeremy, the noises stop. Somewhere out in the universe, something snaps. The whole building shakes, ever so slightly, and the clenched fist around all of your heads releases. The bubbling crimson sludge that had gathered where the items once were rapidly cools and crusts over, and Rafe falls to his knees, exhausted.
Well, that was a lot more the craft than I was expecting.
Old. Pretty old.
So it's done.
Yes, it. I would recommend that you leave now.
Yeah, you don't have to tell me twice. I'm gonna start heading back towards the car.
Yeah, I'll follow.
Am I still lucid?
You are, although that was, I think someone from Crow's background might have had the opposite reaction, despite the increasing feeling of primal terror.
That was fucking cool. That's inside thought. As people are getting ready to leave, she looks up at Rafe and says, "Did you know what Sebastian was doing to me?"
He looks up and you can see his eyes are slightly glassy, his fangs still fully extended. I think the better question to ask is, how much do you think he's sheltered you from?
Quite a bit. And I can't really find good reason for it.
Stranger things on heaven and earth. I wasn't merely telling you to go because of the ongoing blood hunt. I am quite famished after that.
We'll speak later.
He doesn't reply. He just closes his eyes, as you can see. He's clearly trying to center himself.
She's gonna take her leave.